So here we have the code for the Valentines, which was made using the online version of processing. So the first thing we do is we declared a couple of variables. We have an array for the photos, and then we have next photos, which is used to help loop the photos on the Valentine. Then we do some basic screen layout. So we set it to full screen and make the background white. You can make the screen size a little bit smaller using the size we have there and commenting out full screen. And you can change the background color using different RGB values. Then we have to load the photos. And so we made an array that is specifically for the photo called photos. And then we add to it using load pick. And we loaded 2 images, one of my dad and one of myself. And so the array has 2. Down here is where the load pick is. We used pimage to pull them up. And then we have a float scale using temporary files to help scale the photo so that it doesn't stretch or get distorted when put into full screen mode. So the next thing that you have to do is here where you draw the Valentine itself. So you have the text, which is just basic aesthetics, making sure the size is right. You fill it to the color red, have the text say what you want. We said, I love you. And then 100, it's 100 down and 50 to the right. For the photo itself, we have our Valentine photo here. So the frame count is how long the photo stays before it cycles to the next one. And then our next photo, that's the variable there, is used to make sure that it goes to the next photo in the sequence. And the percentage is make sure that it doesn't go outside of the array and will go back to the first photo once it reaches the end. The source is just grabbing the specific picture that you want. And the offset, make sure that you put the image in the middle of the screen. The size is how many hearts get added each frame. If you want it to fill up faster, you increase the number here, and slower, you decrease the number. For the hearts themselves, we have it going onto random X and Y coordinates, and then grabbing the color from the picture there and filling the text, which is a heart, heart shape, with that color so that it will fill the image. And if you want to make the hearts smaller, you'll decrease the text size, and if you want to make them bigger, you'll increase the text size. So if you wanted to make your own Valentine using your own pictures instead of the ones with me and my dad, what you'll do is you'll just click anywhere to change the code a little bit, and then it'll give you a save as fork option up here, and you'll click on that, and normally it would have you sign in. I'm already signed in, so it didn't ask me to do that. And then you'll click submit, and it'll save it as a copy of the code where you can make your own changes without disrupting the original creator's ideas. So for your pictures, you can either select here and change the name to match your photos, or you can do what I'm doing, which is adding a new photo, and then I'll write out photos, add, and then load pick, and then here, and then quotes. So to add an image into the thing, we'll go over here on the 3 dots, the little snowman, and click Files, and then Select. And I'm going to take a picture of my dog here, and it'll load it over here. And then once I have that, I'll write it out. So it says peppered, so I'll write peppered.jpg. And then you want to make sure you close everything out with the quotes, parentheses, and the semicolon. And make sure you change the array list to match however many images there are. So it's over here to play, and you can see it has this new image. Now, if you want the image to be more precise and capture more of the details, then you'll want to make some of the hearts a little bit smaller. So you can go down here and change the text size to be a little smaller. I would then recommend increasing however many hearts show up, as well as the frame size, so that way it does fill up the whole image beforehand. And if we saw over here, the I love you gets in the way of the image a little bit. So I can go over here and I can change that to maybe 40 to the right instead of 50. And there you go, mostly out of the way. And then you'll click save when you are done. And there you go. So if you wanted to take a picture of this so that you can send it to your Valentine, then there's sort of two two different options. You can do a screenshot, which in Windows is Windows-Shift-S, which allows you to take a little snip. You can go like that if you wanted to take a snip. Or you can, on a MacBook, you can do Command-Shift-5. The other thing you can do is you can open this code, so just select everything, then do a copy and paste into the desktop version of processing, which is a free download from their website. And then down here at the bottom, we have a little mouse pressed option, and this is commented out because it doesn't work in the online version, but you can delete these comments, and then when you click on the image, it will save the frame as a Valentine's PNG. And there you go. So make sure you press save when you are done to save your code. And there you go. You have your heart picture Valentine.